What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment here again with another one. I'm gonna just jump right into this, okay? Now, comedian Earthquake, who you know from having Earthquake, man, his man, like some time on club, and when Shannon Sharp had asked about the situation that had occurred when Will Smith had slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars, you know, he had his view, his point of view on everything. And I'm with Earthquake 100%. He had said that Jada had never had never really loved Will like that. And if she did, then she would have did everything that she could to have de-escalated the situation. Um, what's up with it, True Viking? I see you in here, Queen. And he pretty much had said that this man was doing everything that you had asked him to do, pretty much. And he had made another interesting point too, is that the force of power that you feel from a man that's protecting a woman is a power that usually is unmatched. And what I mean by that, man, is that a lot of men that's willing to go uh, in the heat of battle, for their wife or for their significant other, and if they really feel strongly about it, man, you're met with a force in which a lot of people aren't going to be able to match, pretty much. Um, I'm gonna say this: Earthquake, he's spitting facts about the fact about Jada, because he brought up a point, how she was laughing at him pretty much about not going and crossing over from a particular genre of style of music when it comes to hip hop, just staying in his lane, as opposed to him flip flopping and trying to be hardcore or trying to be gangster or trying to make different types of music or whatever. And then on top of that, to make matters worse, in which everybody knows and it's been put out all on the scene, is about is about Will Smith, allowing the entanglement. And then of course, you got a situation where she's sleeping with somebody that's younger than him, and sleeping with one of the children's friend or whatnot. And so he brought all of that up, and he said that if you really, if you really cared about Will and you love Will like you say you did, then you would have had more to say in terms of having his back when everything had went down the way it did, or you wouldn't have let him even go up there or do anything. But he was saying that he saw her face and her reaction and stuff like that, and it hurt him, and he understood it. But he was saying from the get that he really she really didn't. My thing is this, right? She might love Will, like, as, I guess you could say, like a friend, like a friendly type love, but she's not truly infatuated. Like it's not like a lust. Um, to where, and I know some people probably gonna disagree and everything because they're gonna be like, well, Polo, she had kids with him and all this other stuff. Look, that don't mean anything because a lot of women out here to do anything to, pretty much, stay relevant and also get the bag, so to speak. Because I mean, she's not a list like Will is. I mean, Jada, from movies and everything, but I mean, she's not as Will Smith is. She might be popular because of you know the sex scenes in the movies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They everybody always go to what is it, Jason's lyric, and they always look at that, or and she's always had that perception of she was into the bad boys anyways or whatever, especially when you consider uh, with Tupac or not. And so I agree with Earthquake, and Earthquake can speak on this situation too, because this is what I found interesting about Earthquake, man. I didn't know he said he went through a divorce. Okay, it took about 3 years for the divorce to be final. Nah, quick. He said, nah. He said it took 9 years and 9 years and some change to realize and I get done. And the point that he made too was that, some women will get with you just because their quality of life is going to be better, not necessarily that they're attracted to you, necessarily that they mouth watering for you or anything like that, because it's a convenience. And when they lose that type of convenience, pretty much you know where earthquake is coming from, because you have a lot of women that they have intentions. They have everything planned out to what they're gonna do when they get with that man, or when that man asks, to marry her. Because nowadays, to be honest with you, you got a lot of women asking, and I'm with the traditional way, the old school way. You're saying you get, man get on one knee and everything, but nowadays you got some of these women that are trying to get on their knees and asking the guy to marry them. But a lot of these women, they have everything. They have a motive, and it's already planned out in their mind. So when that guy asks, okay, will you marry me and everything? This is what they're thinking in the I could I could possibly be with that guy. It won't, the oil won't dry, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? The cash won't run out, but if the cash runs out, then that's when I'm a bounce. And that's how they think. That's how they think. Or, they might listen all along, okay? All along. They'll be going throughout the whole entire marriage and just going through the motions. Some of these, I'm gonna be real with you. Some of these women, and men do it too. But I would say more so on the female side. Some of these women just waiting for the significant other to pass on, so they could go ahead and get move on with their life, and get rid of them and just be like, you know what? Now they might play the role. Yeah, I'm so sad. Next thing you know, they with somebody else. We had a situation that took place like that, where we started speculating about his friend of the family or whatnot, and uh, the wife had been sick for quite some time and everything, and she eventually passed on and everything. And what ended up taking place is that you know there was another female that everybody had speculated, the family had speculated that he had dealings with or whatnot, and next thing you know, he ended up getting with her, and then people, black folks, what I'm saying, they gonna be hot, she coming to the funeral and all that other stuff, what I'm saying, bringing gifts and all that, man. And they not trying to hear that because they like, okay, so you was wait. It was like, while she was sick all along, it was like you were making your plan. You were slowly had some sort of master plan to try to move on in, and it happens that way, which is sad. That's why you got to be very careful and selective of who you come across and who you let up in your circle, and also who you're going to have a relationship with or whatever, because they're going to eventually try to do everything that they can to cause destruction. There's uh, stuff out there and people out there that want to do everything to cause division. Now, I believe that Jada, um, she got a lot of problems. Everybody's talking about, oh, what's wrong with Will and all this other stuff. Nah, she the one that got the problem. And I know some people might disagree. They might say, oh yeah, well, you're being a little, insensitive and all this other stuff. Nah, I mean, what? Because she got a condition and all that other stuff. Look, there are a lot of people they got conditions and stuff like that, but they not sitting up there, you know, causing havoc and wreaking havoc and stuff like that in whatever marriage that they in or any relationship that they have. A lot of that stuff really, if you really want to be honest with you, shoot, well, Will had a lot to do with it too because he allowed it. But at the same token, she wanted it. She wanted a open marriage or whatever, and they brought it on themselves, and just more and more drama, and then drama with the kids, and then drama going on this way and that way. You cheating on me, she cheating on him, he cheating on her, all this other stuff. Then on top of that, to make matters worse, you don't have no privacy anymore because y'all are famous now. You know what I'm saying? And let's just call it what it is. The media, they love controversy. Controversy is the driving force of entertainment. Because people salivate at the mouth to see. Listen, a lot of people wanted to see this, regardless of what the Oscars want to say. Want to sit up there and say the powers to be. They want to be like, oh, well, how could this happen and all this other stuff. Man, they hadn't had that much attention in years, and now they got and it just so happened to be a black man. They catered to they catered and they capitalized off of us once again for us making a fool of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just like they do with these reality shows. Now, don't get me wrong. I watch Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and Love and Marriage DC, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's entertaining and stuff like that. But at the same token, if it if there wasn't drama, if there wasn't any type of back and forth or controversy or anything like that, it wouldn't be as entertaining. So there has to be, that's why a lot of people, they used to like shows like Love and Hip Hop, whichever was Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, whatever. Because what sells is controversy. And people used to watch the Red Table Talk, man. All that stuff was entertainment. But a lot of people also got to understand this is that there's actually worse shit going on. There's worse shit going on in other households than just Will and Jada's household. And some of y'all know. Some of y'all know. Like earthquake, like earthquake went through a divorce. I mean, he went through a divorce for 9 years, man. That's a long time. That's damn near a decade. That's a lot of stress, a lot of probably money involved. You know what I'm saying? Heartache and stuff like that. And then you throw the family in there. You know what I'm saying? Because when see when a situation like that happens too, you not only separate, well, tearing y'all two apart or whatever. It's the family that get torn apart too, especially when you consider the kids too. You got to take, if y'all have kids, and children, man, that makes it even rougher because it's the look on their faces. It's the questions that they're gonna ask you and stuff like that. But I'm not trying to go off topic so much, but I just felt like Earthquake, man, he was spitting facts, man. I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. Will does not love Jada, and possibly didn't love him from the beginning. She probably loved his money more so than anything, And I don't want to get it. Listen, all this stuff about, oh yeah, man. Well, look at the pictures and all this other stuff, man. Look, man, that picture don't mean anything. That's just saying, okay, I'm here to play the role. I'm here to play the act. Man, these people are actors and actresses. That's what their job is. They have they have to they have to win you over. They want the people to be captivated. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're trained and they came up to do. So them putting on an act and stuff like that. See, you got a lot of people out here and they make movies about it. They make reality shows about it, stuff like that, right? You got a lot of people out here that what they'll do is they'll get on in front of the camera and they'll put on this big old act and like everything's good with their husband and wife smile and stuff like that. They probably don't even say shit to each other at home. And then they walk out, they be so ready for the other one to leave the house, they be ready to fuck somebody else. And that's how it be. That's how it be. They rarely have a conversation with, and then when they do have a conversation, it's about money or it's about bills. It's about we got to get this taken care of or something like that. It ain't no conversation about having fun. It ain't no conversation about just real life. I done had a hard day. Ain't no sex involved anymore. Not telling each other how good they look. You know, it ain't no lustful type feel. There ain't none of that. But they'll let you believe that in the camera. They'll smile. They'll be like, yes, we've been together and stuff like that. These fake ass smiles, poker faces, pretty much. So I mean, we really gotta ask ourselves a question like, okay, why are we sitting here being all, you know, feeling a whole lot of compassion for Jada? And I mean, I understand what Will is going through, and him going up there and stuff like that. But a part of a lot of people they're like, man, if it wasn't for her and stuff. And look, everybody got their own selected problems and stuff like that, you know. But at the same token, you also gotta be like, okay, were your problems were your problems from your own doing? You know what I'm saying? Did you put yourself in that situation? That was on you. And listen, I love my queens. I love my black women and stuff. You know, but I'm not gonna, if you wrong, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you wrong, you wrong. I call out. I call out. Uh, I call out any one of my family members, a black woman, or any one of my friends who are black, as a black woman. We had a situation where a family member was actually, doing some stuff that she shouldn't have been. To her husband and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And we called her out on it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, well, nah, she a black queen, man. Give her a pass. Hell no, hell no. And do the same thing for the niggas too. Don't give nobody no passes if you're wrong. So make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications so that you will be notified. Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. I'll get at you later.